One card spread, like a yes or no question. Okay. Let's see. Judgment. Judgment, I would say if you are doing the right thing, it would be a yes. Chariot, it's a victory, yes. It, assuming all cards come out in upright, okay. The Emperor, yes. The Lovers, um, the Lovers is about choices, so it's neither yes or no. Yes, this is like a turning point. Everything starts looking at. Magician, yes. You create your reality. This is abundance. The Empress, yes. The Sun, definitely a yes. The Moon, you need to be careful. No, I would say it's a no. Libra, if you are playing fair, yes, depending on your question sometimes. Hanging at the moment, I would say no. No, this is not a good energy to be in. The Hermit, maybe if you come out of your hermit mode, learning something new, then I say it's a yes. Under normal circumstances, no. Hierophant, again, it's about structures and forms and conventional following tradition, following the rules. Depending on your question, maybe I will put it as temptation. No. New beginning, yes. The world, yes, of course. Star, wishes coming true, yes. Courage, yes. The strength. The Fool, yes, a new beginning. The Tower, yes. Follow your instincts. The High Priestess, follow your instinct, yes. And then we have Temperance, trying to balance things out. Yes, as long as you can balance it out, yes. Okay, so now assuming all these cards are in the upright position, okay? Let's see, if it's upside down, I would say upside down this will be a yes. Upside down, still a no. Upside down, still a no. Upside down, oh, I should have put it upside down. How do I put this? Okay. Hierophant, upside down, nope. Hermit, upside down, means you're feeling sick of your own company. You're sick of being in solitude. You should go out more. Is it a yes or a no? No, neither. I would say neither. This one not playing fair, so it's a no. This one, nurturing relationship, making choices. If it's reverse, I would say it's a no. Whereas in this pile, let's see. Out of balance, no. Temperance, reverse, no. High Priestess, reverse, no. The Tower, reverse, no. There's a delay. The Fool, don't leap wherever without giving it a thought. No. Strength. Reverse, you lack confidence. No. Star. Delay. Maybe, maybe not. Let's say it will fall into maybe if it's reversed. The world couldn't possibly be too negative. Delay, but yeah. Death, no. The sun, maybe. The Empress, abundance, no. Magician, manipulative, no. No. Too rigid, no. The Chariot, no. Judgment, judgment and fear, no. So there you go. If it's reversed, only the Devil is a yes. Then the maybes reversed are the Sun, the World, the Star, and the Hermit. Everything else is a no. Okay, so now that we're done with all your major arcana, go and practice. In a one card spread, you can ask about person, possibly like who is the one that can help me in my career. Okay, then shuffle, follow your intuition and stop when you get the inspiration or you hear a voice telling you to stop. So there you go. It says here I have water element, so it could possibly be someone who is ruled by the fire element, who is emotional, who is very romantic and affectionate, who has dreams and fantasies about whatever it is that I want to do with my career. Or if you have questions about my future love, or the one that I will marry, and then you flip and it says here the moon, so it could be Pisces. Okay, so that is the one card spread that you can ask now that you know. And also with all the major arcanas, okay, let's go through each of them together and see and look at the yes or no indications. Okay, not all cards give very direct answer though, so this is the one card. Now that you learn all the meanings of the cards in the major arcana, you can actually do a one card spread. Although one card is hardly a spread, one card is just like one card answer for your question. Okay, that's very good improvement. Okay, you guys. All right, and girls. So let's start with the fire element. So fire element is about action. It's about your inspiration, your creativity, your initiative, your goal, your work, your career. So this is what it's about. And fire elements There are three astrological signs that are associated with that belongs to the fire elements, and that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, so now that you know this, okay, I'll tell you about the questions that you can ask afterwards, after we've gone through all. Okay, so one more time: fire elements. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire elements. Moving on to the next. This is the world. The world is earth element, and you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus is the Hierophant, Virgo is the Hermit, and Devil is the Capricorn. And the world is the earth elements. So earth elements is all about your sensation, your material world, your practicality, your accumulation, a lot of things on the physical world. Okay, things that are associated with your physical world, money, property, all those belongs to the earth elements. And so you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the earth elements. And next you have air elements. Okay, so air elements, you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. One more time. Air elements is associated with thoughts, communication, your strives, your conflicts, your mental challenges. A lot of times it's the things that are going on in your mind. It's not so much of the exterior, it's internal. So you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, and moving on, we have the last group, which is water. Water is associated with feelings, your emotions, your love, your affection, your desire, your dream, your fantasy, your romance, basically love. Yeah, so here we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is water elements. The Hangman, it's ruled by Neptune and the water elements. Okay, so what are the questions that you can ask? The next group of the major arcana that we shall learn is the warning cards. Okay, here we have the Hermit. Now Hermit comes as a warning when you confronting a roadblock or some sort of a problem, and it tells you that you need to go into solitude and try to figure out the answer on your own, because the answer should come from within. This card is ruled by Virgo, so it's about introspect, it's about learning, it's about patience. Don't pay heed on what others have to say about your situation, because you know it the best. So you make sure that you have given it a long thought and consideration before making any decision or taking any action. So it's against thoughtless actions, basically. Now if reverse, it means that you're being impatient. Okay, this cards here, the warning cards here, it might not necessarily be you. It might be you, or it might be a person that you're dealing with given your circumstances. Okay, so if reverse, it means that you or the person that you're dealing with is impatient, is stubborn, is lonely from the solitude, and the advice would be, and he or she or you might disregard advice from older or wiser folks. So the advice would be to listen to your own intuition first, I would say, and then, or to listen to someone who has more experience, or someone who is wiser than you. Now moving on, this is the hanged man. Now as you can see, the person is hanging upside down, so it shows that everything is in a halt. You are hanging in limbo. Like I said, it might not necessarily be you, it might be a person that you're dealing with. Now he or she is hanging upside down, so the situation here is where things have come to a halt, things have stopped or come to a pause, and it's ruled by Neptune. Things are like this because you are uncertain, or because the other person is uncertain. So it's it's very foggy. You don't see the road ahead, so that's why you're like this. You don't want to go ahead into the unknown. You want to just ground yourself and take a moment to take a break from all the disruptions, all the havoc that's happening in your outside world, and just try to think things through. But as you can see here, this person has the key, right? He or she is holding the key. The difference between the hangman and the hermit is that this is more to learning. This is more on a selfish intention. You're holding the key, but you just refuse to free yourself from it. You yourself want to put things to a stop. You yourself want to put yourself in the sideline and just extract yourself from the condition and not do anything about it. So this is more like you keeping yourself away from whatever it is that is bothering you. Instead of facing the issue head on, you choose to walk away, you choose to ignore, you choose to be quiet about it, which is not the right way to face. When you face any situation, that's not the right way. I mean, sooner or later you will still have to face the music, so why not do it now? How long are you going to keep yourself in this mode, in this switch off mode? This is not a switch off mode, this is like hibernation mode. So the advice, the reverse would be patience, sacrifice something in order to gain something. I mean, the reverse, it might be, it shows that you are, like I said just now, it shows that you are selfish because you're holding the key. It also shows that you are manipulative, because when you look at it upside down, it's like you are the one who's controlling the situation, or the other person. You are the manipulator, puppeteer who controls the puppet. I've been going in order, okay. So the next one is the devil. This card is ruled by Capricorn because the devil is symbolized by the goat, which is the Capricorn. So as you can see here, it's a lot about temptation. It's about the body, physical body pleasure, a lot of sexual energy, or something on the outer world, the material world, greed, discontentment with what you have, lust. But it's a good omen for marriage though, because you have unbreakable bond. Reverse, on the reverse, this is like the only card, no, one of the few that has very positive meaning when it's reversed. So when it's reversed, it means you are detached from all the physical temptations, from the material temptations. It's like in the Buddhist belief, you are supposed to detach yourself from all the worldly goods, the needs of a person, that is totally not controlled by greed or pleasure or wants, desires. It's nothing like that. You are totally, it's like you're a monk, it's like you're a Buddhist monk. You're totally not impressed and not tempted when it's reversed. So it's a good thing. If you're going through a condition where, a situation where people is trying to lure you in with something, so be warned, be alert that it might be a trap, that the other person is very deceptive and manipulative as well, very good at convincing others, like politicians or very good leaders. So they are very good at the art of persuasion. So beware if you ever come across this person. So try not to deal with them, because if you give them the chance to talk to you more, they will definitely succeed in trying to convince you to meet their goal, or their whatever it is that they have set their mind to do, their intention, their bad intention. Okay, so this last warning card, this is the moon. Now if you can see here, this is a cat, but when it's in the reflection, this is not a cat, it's a panther. So what it tells you here is that things are not what they seem. So don't look deeper into the situation rather than just the surface. Every time when you see the moon, it always tells you to trust your intuition, because that's where you will most likely find the answer. On the outside, there's just no clue um, which is the best choice that you can make. So it tells you to look deeper, because there is some sort of deception, illusion, what else? Secrets that you are not meant to know. So the only way is to follow your intuition and um, believe believe in believe in it. Believe that it will guide you to the correct path. So if it's reversed, it means there are perils, lies, and risks. So be very, very careful and cautious when you get this, because uh, things are not what it seems. So things are not what they seem. So there might be hidden enemies or hidden agendas that you are not aware of. Okay? Now, this is, have I mentioned that it's ruled by Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune. Pisces is a very water planet, and because Neptune is a water planet, so it's kind of emotional. That's why you have water here. That's why you have water here. So don't be guided by your emotions. Instead, calm yourself down and listen more into your intuition. Okay? Now we move on to the next group, the last group of your Major Arcana. Yay! Finally, we've come to the last group. Yay! So this group are the characteristics of you, the inquirer, or the characteristics of the person that you are dealing with in your situation. Okay, let us start with this, the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess is ruled by the moon. So moon is about intuition, is about your inner self, your instincts, and this High Priestess is a very intuitive person. She is wise, she is guided by her instincts, and as you can see here, she has tarot cards, and then she has rune stones, and then she has this crystal ball. So it shows that this person is very intuitive, very spiritual, and listen more to your intuition if the person is you, or if it's the other person, that means the person that you're dealing with is a very spiritual person, and it's a very feminine card, I would say. So if the inquirer, if you are a male, this might represent a very important female in your life, because it's a very feminine card. It's a strong feminine card. And reverse, it means that there might be delays to your plan because, as usual, there are just situations or secrets that are going on behind the scene, and it might not be the time for you to find out about it yet, or it is not meant for you to find out. So be patient, I would say, because in the end, things will, all the fog will clear up and you will still be able to see. But nevertheless, beware of who you're dealing with. If it's this person, be just don't try to don't think that you can um, you can deceive this person because she's very wise. Nothing go past her eyes or her radar. She has very good instincts. So don't try to deceive her or anything if you come across this person, okay? Now the next one is the Emperor. The Emperor is ruled by Mars. Sorry, it's ruled by Aries. Aries is the god of war. So as you know, he has been through war. He is wise. He's experienced. He is very rational. You know, the kind of leader that is very driven, very successful, very strategic thinking kind of personality. You know, everything is about winning. It's about achieving your target. It's about against going against all odds and winning the battle. That's what this person is all about. You know, set a target, go out and win the war. So this person is ruled by the mind. Let me rephrase. This person has the mind overruling the heart. So sometimes, even though his heart wanted something else, but he or she might still do things that are right instead of things that he feels that he wants to do, because it's not just for him. He's doing it for the greater good. He's doing it like for the benefit of all. This is like very authoritative personality, always a leader in any establishment, very organized, very structured, very passionate and driven about their mission. So if it's reverse, um, this person tends to be a little bossy because he or she will always have the final say. He will listen, he or she, the person will listen to you, but whether or not he accepts your opinion, that's a different matter. Because one of the one of the traits of a good leader is to be a good listener, but he will still have the final say. So he or she might come across as somebody who is bossy, and if you are this person, please don't be so bossy. Be a bit more receptive, open to changes. The reason why is because he's been there, done that. So he or she feels that um, they know what is the best way to go about in order to win. So that is why they are like that. But reverse, it might mean that the person is just abusing their power in order to, due to their lack of confidence, due to their insecurities. So try not to, if you notice this kind of a characteristics in your circle, try not to deal with them. Try to avoid dealing with this person when it's reversed. Whoops, this is the wrong card. Let me find. Oh, this is the card. So here you have the Hierophant. Hierophant is the male version of the High Priestess, or just now card number 2. So Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is a very very grounded, very unlikely to change, the most unlikely to change sign. Rigid, I would say. So for now, this deck has altered slightly the meaning from the original Rider-Waite, so we'll talk about this one first. Now this High Priest here also highly related to any religious organization, so it's like a sacred character, like a priest or something. And then he is very conventional, very traditional kind of a man. So he doesn't believe in all the new thinking. He sticks to the rules. He everything has to go by the book. Like if you have to do something, you have to follow the steps from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. You have to follow the order of the steps. You cannot like jumble up the steps. You cannot like doing step 1 to step 4 to step 5 and skip 2 and 3, come back and do it later. With this person, no, he or she cannot accept that. It's very, very play by the book kind of character. It might be you, it might be the person that you're dealing with. Okay, here in this deck, in my everyday witch deck, you can see that this is a person also in a leader position, and she's leading the others, the juniors, the younger apprentices, to go into a calmer mode and to balance out their thoughts, to gain a balanced thought. So it comes from the outside. Balance comes from outside in. Okay, so for this card, it might mean that you are currently in a structured establishment or organization or religion, and if it's reversed, it might mean that you would like to just kick off your shoes and be rid of all these rules, all these restrictions and constraints. You cannot do this, you cannot do that, you're not advised to do this, you're not allowed to do that. So reverse, it means that the person is too rigid, conventional, orthodox that he cannot is unable that he is unable to adapt to changes around him. It's not flexible in a way. Or if it's you, it might mean that you're getting tired of all this rigidity, of all this um, confining yourself, uh, of obeying all the rules and regulations, that you just want to say, I don't care anymore for all this, and give yourself freedom. It's like, yay, free yourself from all this misery. Like the end of the day, you just want to kick off your heels or just unbutton your shirt and take off your tie and stretch. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is a card of strength. Strength is ruled by Leo, as you can see the lion here. Now, compared to the chariot is a card of strength, but that is more like the outer strength, and this is inner strength. That's why it's portrayed by a female character trying to tame the lion. So this is the inner strength, the inner calm and charm. How to tame a beast that might easily shred you into pieces. So this is also about a feminine card. This is a feminine card because it's the inner strength. So it's a yes. It tells you that yes, you can do it. You have the strength to do it. This is what the card is about. The courage to face the beast, the courage to face the beast and to confront it, to face whatever situation that might be scaring you. You can do it. You have the wisdom and the wits to win over the obstacle. For reverse though, it means that you have too much of a fear, you lack confidence. The person lacks confidence. If it's in a relationship, it's like you're constantly living in fear of your partner leaving you. Yeah, that sort of an energy. The imbalance here is created by you because you have that insecurity. You constantly fear that you're not good enough, and your partner might leave you for someone better. So when you give off that kind of a vibe, that's what makes the relationship balance tilt over. So when it's being tilt over, it will fall apart very easily because the power is in the other person's hand. So learn to establish your confidence, find courage in yourself, and believe that you deserve it, you're good enough. You have to learn to overcome your fears and your insecurity. Yeah, that's most important advice from this card. Okay, don't be afraid. Okay, here we have the Justice. Temperance. Okay, this one obviously I think from the image itself, from the illustration, you can guess that it's about um, balance. Okay. Now we have the temperance. So as the name here suggests, temper, Temper. It means um, to navigate the neutral road, the middle road. Try to go along the middle, find the perfect balance and walk in between. That's why you see this angel here. He or she angel doesn't have any gender, so it's pouring water between two containers here, two jugs here, trying to find the perfect balance, get the same amount of water in each container, in each flask. So this is, yeah, like you can see here, finding balance. Okay, you need to find balance. It can be anything, this too might be your physical and your emotional health, your life and your work, your family and your friends, finding a perfect balance between what you think that you seem to struggling with. This card is ruled by Sagittarius. Now Sagittarius is a fire sign and is very passionate. Okay, so it shows that you are very passionate about whatever it is that you are trying to strike a balance with. And here, if it's reversed, it means that you're not in balance, you're not in harmony, you are struggling. And when there's no balance, it means there is an excessive of something. So this is where the addiction comes in. Yeah, when there's an excessive of, I don't know, drug or alcohol, then it becomes an addiction. At first, of course, you say that you can control it, but when you go past the tipping point, you no longer know whether you're sober or you're drunk. So temperance, yeah, try to not put yourself at risk of any addiction. If it's reversed, there is a probability, a possibility of an addiction, because there's an imbalance. If it's, let's see, if it's in any relationship, talk things out. Okay, if there is an imbalance, try to talk things out, discuss, argue, quarrel, fight, whatever. Just try to sort things out and to find the perfect middle ground. Okay, because if you don't talk it through, then the issues can't be resolved and you will always be in that imbalanced state. Okay, embrace the balance, welcome the balance into your life. Now justice. Okay, justice is ruled by Libra. So it's the scale here, as you can see, the weighing scale. It's about playing fair, fighting fair, being treated with what you deserve, like a job um, that pays you accordingly, or a friendship that is emotionally satisfying, that there's enough, there's a balance of give and take. If you have been treated badly in the past, because of some unjustly um, unjustly treatment, I would see that you will be compensated accordingly when the truth comes out. Okay. If it's reversed, it means that you, or the person that you're dealing with, is doing some hanky panky behind the scenes. You're not fighting fair, you're not playing fair. And just know that karma will catch up. So don't. Okay, if you are thinking about doing something that is unjust, that is not right, don't. Okay, this is also legal matters. If it's reversed, it means whatever legal matters that you are going through might not go so smoothly. If it's upright, then you things will go in your favor, like the judge will rule in your favor. So be careful with what you do, and we're done with the whole minor arcana. Yay! Try to test yourself on the meaning of each card: upright, reverse, and the advice, and the planet that rules it. Okay, magician. Does it mean wheel of fortune, the emperor, the chariot? Okay, I shall see you again in the next episode, where we'll talk about the minor arcana. I hope that you give yourself time to learn the meanings of each card that we've learned today. I hope that you give yourself enough time to learn the meanings of each card that we have covered today, and try to spend more time looking at the illustration of your own deck, because if there is something that triggers the keywords, then the meanings of the cards will come to you naturally. So I will include all the videos in the same playlist, and it will be easier for you to find. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!